Governor Malloy has told a gathering of nearly every union leader in the state that without the concessions he's asking for, it will be doomsday for them and for him.
The Malloy administration calling the leaders together for a face-to-face, frank discussion at a hotel in Hartford. And Chief Political Correspondent Mark Davis was in the room and joins us with more on the extraordinary meeting. Mark?
It really was. Hi, Ann and Darren. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. These union leaders love Malloy because he's pro-union and he's pro-collective bargaining. But they absolutely hate what he's telling them.
Thank you all very much.
Malloy got several standing ovations from a packed room of public and private sector union leaders from across Connecticut, most of whom supported and worked for him in the election. And he admitted he is beholden to them.
In many ways, I won this election because of you, and in many ways, this election was as close as it was because of you. And I'm proud of that.
But when the questioning started, Malloy really exhibited what can only be described as tough love over his request for concessions to solve the budget crisis.
What happens if $1 billion in savings or concessions do not materialize?
When I talk about that, I'm called a bully. But listen, the consequences are dire. I'm not going to say anything different in this room than I say outside. The consequences are unimaginable.
Malloy made it very clear in a pitch he's never made before that without the $1 billion, it'll be doomsday for them and for him.
The consequences are dire for us all if we don't succeed. Dire for me because if we don't succeed, I probably won't be reelected. Dire for you because if I'm not reelected, then you're not going to have somebody who does the kinds of things I do, who actually believes in government and believes in unions.
Now, the state labor unions and the Malloy administration held their first face-to-face bargaining session on these concessions, this $1 billion request, on Wednesday of this week. And a source within the administration says they're working hard to schedule a second meeting early next week. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.